All right. Good evening, students. I'm Dr. Praveen Tripathi, Faculty of Psychiatry, and with me is Dr. Darshan. Dr. Darshan got a beautiful score of 196 in the FMG exam. The results were announced today. Darshan, many, many congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Darshan Shivanand Pomkar, and I originate from a beautiful place, which is in a congruence of three states, that is Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Goa. I come from a beautiful city called as Belgaum. I've done my graduation from, I would say, the second most beautiful country in this world, that is Georgia, right among the beautiful Caucasian mountains. I said it's second, right? Because pehla to hamara Bharat Mata ki jai.
Welcome.
So yeah,
Right.
so I have scored the score of 196, and this has been my very first attempt. It was kind of challenging looking at the exam which we had. Actually, for me, basically the first paper was kind of challenging, but then the thing was, I would say that Mission 200 has been a game changer for me, sir. I'm not going to lie, because right at the peak of my preparation, when I was almost, I had done like जो हम करते हैं ना सर, रैपिड रिवीजन. सो आई वाज लाइक एक बार हो गया था हमारा रैपिड रिवीजन. सो आई वाज मोर फोकस्ड टुवर्ड्स रिवाइजिंग दैट थिंग व्हाट आई हैड ऑलरेडी लर्न. एंड द मेन सोर्स की क्या हो रहा था वो टाइम पे ना, कहाँ से पढ़े कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा था. एंड देन द थिंग इज, if you keep on continuing in the same phase, you get burned out at one while. You just need someone to back you up. And I guess at that time it was just a boon for me that Cerebellum came up with this Mission 200. It has been a complete booster for me.
Great.
And I would say I would totally dedicate all my marks to all the teachers. And
No, that's not to Darshan. It's all you. It's all you. We play a minor role. It's always a student, and we are very thankful to you that you are so kind and you're saying this. But we always say that the result belongs to students. Teachers play a small role. We just nudge. We are just catalyst. Everything is done by you students.
Sometimes the catalyst plays a major role, sir. क्योंकि ना ये क्या होता है ना, when we are especially with our exam, we didn't know what date is going on. ये date का भी चल रहा था, delay होते ही जा रहा था. At one point, all the students were clueless कि क्या करे क्या नहीं करे. But right at that time, when even me, I messaged Dr. Zainab Vora. I didn't expect any reply from her, but apparently she did, and she said, she said me one thing. She said, keep faith, keep your faith, keep, you're doing very well. Just keep it, hold it together. And that thing, it's been fixed in my mind. वो जो था ना सर, वो faith बोलते हैं ना, जितना बार मैं खुद को बोलता था ना सर, because at one point even you're like क्या हो रहा है यार, कि इतना लंबा पढ़ रहे हो, यहाँ एग्जाम डेट्स नहीं आ रहे, यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं आ रहे. But then right then we had see, I basically what happens is, normally FMGs, they lack seniority, वो जो complexion रहता है ना, senior junior. So that thing I found in you guys. I mean, all the teachers from Cerebellum, you all just worked as a great seniors for me, because throughout my path, I've just looked up to you guys.
Thank you, Darshan. Thanks for the kind words. But Darshan, we were having this discussion, I think, which will help more the students or juniors a lot. Just a couple of minutes back on phone, we were discussing that how FMG examination is changing in the last 2-3 years. And things that used to work in the past are no longer working. The concepts have become important. So do you want to talk about that? Give some advice to juniors. Yeah.
Definitely, sir. Earlier, what used to happen earlier, like, normally 2018-19, because I just feel that, that 2020 August ka jo paper hai, that was the peak. After uske baad na, jo pura paper ka pattern hi change ho gaya.
Watershed.
Normally, yes, sir. First, earlier, what we used to do is, we used to go with the previous year topics. Yeah, previous year topics are definitely important. Abhi kya ho raha tha? We are, still most of the FMGs are preparing according to the old pattern types. जो कर रहे हैं ना, एक बार वीडियो खत्म करने के वास्ते देख रहे हैं. I've done that myself, and I regret it, because जब भी मैं preparation करता था in the earlier phase, मैं जो videos था ना सर, 1.5, 1.8, 2 पे भी चला था मैं. I was that thing कि मैंने video complete किया, that would give me satisfaction. But एक था ना सर कि समझ में भी आना चाहिए ना.
Correct.
And along with that, I used to just do PYQs, and then I thought ये हो जाएगा. But then that is not the case. If it were the year like 2018-19, तो हो जाता. This is not the case now. I don't see much difference between NEET PG and FMG anymore.
100%, बिल्कुल.
Looking at the pattern of exam we had, I mean, I don't know what was in the examiner's head, the way he formulated questions, especially from the normally we think that PSM is a scoring subject. जो हमने पढ़ के गए थे, we basically focused on all the previous year topics जो repeat हो सकते हैं, उस पे focus किया था. But the way he turned, it was not like it was totally out. थे previous year topics, but it was slightly twisted, and it was the questions were lengthened. And that thing, for that, the only solution for that is the concepts have to be clear, sir. It's not like abhi kya hota tha, the first thing I want to say it and convey my message to all my FMG friends. We are no lesser than any others. That's the thing I want to say, because kya hota, I've seen that inferiority complex they feel when they're with others, right? Ki haan, ye NEET PG, FMG. That's not the case anymore. The more we degrade ourselves in front of others, abhi to wo time pe lagega, but then when you go, that confidence, right, that confidence level, when it deteriorates, it is so sad to see, and that actually affects the actual preparation. Thing I want to say is, try to focus on more of the conceptual learning, and that has helped me a lot. And for me, I just said in the start, I've given a great gratitude for you guys, because the conceptual learning which I did was from the live classes, sir. Completely, my whole concepts were clear. See, ऐसा होता था जब मैं पहला खुद से पढ़ता था ना recorded lectures, I was pretty confident. I used to get like scores of like 170, 180ish. But then right after Cerebellum 200 mission, my scores in the mock test, it got boosted from 220, 230, 240 तक गए मेरे scores in the mock test. But then the exam was again a stunt played by NB. I wouldn't want to go there. But then I want to see the ये जो 40-50 mark की जो increase आया है ना, just by clearing my concepts. Because क्या होता था, especially the clinical subjects, right? You cannot totally कि ये कर सकते हो, previous year topic पढ़ के जा सकते हो. ये होता है the preclinical, paraclinical में हो सकता है. But the clinical part, right now, as you have said already, the whole paper is going on becoming clinical. That the earlier what we used to do, it is not going to work anymore. I don't think so. That stigma is there in all the FMGs. June ka paper difficult hota hai, December ka paper easy hota hai. It's we keep on saying all the random things in our head, but that is not going to work at all.
Correct.
We have to focus on the concepts, and for that, the main thing, you need a push, and that push, the catalyst, is given by the live lectures. Maybe whatever it is, but I would myself prefer Cerebellum, because it has helped me a lot.
Great, Darshan. So, Darshan, when we were planning the Mission 200 program, when we were sitting in that room and thinking क्या करें, how to help students, तो अपना thought ये था कि live lectures are sometimes so difficult to complete, and the motivation tends to vary. As you were very rightly mentioning कि 1.5x or 2x पे खत्म करना is not enough, but समझना important है. So that is when I thought that यार थोड़ा मेहनत करते हैं. See, live lectures is a lot of needs a lot of effort from the teacher's side. But then when we hear from you and other students, what we get to hear, तो लगता है कि जो हम सोच रहे थे वो सही हो पाया. And I'm 100% in sync with you when you say कि NEET PG और FMG का level of difference ज़्यादा बचा ही नहीं है. But एक फर्क है, टाइम कम मिलता है FMG के बच्चे को, 6 महीने मिलता है, और एक नंबर क्रॉस करना होता है. तो उस हिसाब से we have to ensure that whatever time we get, we use it to the best of our capabilities. बहुत ज़्यादा करने के चक्कर में आएंगे तो छूट जाएगा, बहुत कम करने के चक्कर में आएंगे तो सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा, right? So we have to hit the sweet spot. So that was about. So we learned 2-3 things from you, Darshan. One is that concepts are important, PYTs are important, but then we have to go beyond PYTs. So when we talk about live lectures, how do you feel live lectures are different from the recorded lectures that we all have available?
Sir, एक चीज होता है ना sir, when you see your gurus, I mean, we look up to you guys a lot. When you see your teachers working so hard, ये हम में आ जाता है, as a students we feel that जब हमारे गुरु इतने पढ़ रहे हैं, like इतना मेहनत कर रहे हैं हमको पढ़ाने में, we get that कि यार हमको थोड़ा तो शर्म आना चाहिए कि हम भी पढ़ लेते हैं. And that thing that sits in our mind. And the best thing is the competition बढ़ जाता है sir. जब live lectures होता है ना, the teachers when they ask, right, कि ये question का answer बताओ, the way we keep on typing in the chat box, right? It's about the speed, and it's same like we are simulating some FMG exam chal raha hai yahan pe. And the way we answer, the way we get replies, that thing, that small thing that teachers take the student's name. This was the first guy to answer. वो इतना boost देता है ना sir, especially when I was हम सबको पता है Dr. Sparsh Gupta is a bullet train when he goes, and the way he has taught us, that person भगवान है sir. क्योंकि the way he taught us, pathology was one of the weakest subjects of mine, but the way he kept on asking questions, एक से एक वहां से वहां कनेक्ट करके सर वो ना स्पर्श गुप्ता सर ने पैथोलॉजी में ENT लाके रख रहे थे ना. That time you keep on brainstorming जो होता है ना sir, that way we kept on interacting, that live interaction which we had with lecturers, that was a complete game changer for me. Because ये जब हम live when we go with the recorded lectures, this is not the case. एक पॉइंट पे आ जाता है कोई अगर रूम में आ जाए ना, that whole distraction, हम बोलते हैं अब यहाँ पॉज करते हैं 5 मिनट के बाद वो 5 मिनट कब 1 घंटा हो जाता है पता ही नहीं चलता. बट इसमें क्या होता है, the thing that I've done one thing for me, I've never ever used the printed notes या PDF. Okay. I've done my own notes in whatever it is, whatever the circumstances. I've done my own notes. Okay. So जब भी मैं करता था ना सर, I used to I formulated my notes in a way that पहला मैंने ना जब when I did my first preparation, I read it because वो time पे ऐसा था कि जून में एग्जाम होगा. But when then delay होते गया ना, so I made 3 200 pages का books and I started writing it. And then वो 3 200 pages का book एक 200 pages बन गया. फिर एक 200 pages it was kind of in 50 pages. So I kept on narrowing, funneling that information. Right. But all that thing, it's done by my own handwriting कि मेरे को समझ में आए. That I want to I want to put that in my fellow mates that PDF मत पूछो. होता नहीं है उससे कुछ, क्योंकि जब PDF रहता है ना, हमारा गोविंद राय गर्ग सर ने बोला था PDF कितना रहेगा हमारे लैपटॉप आईपैड में, हम कभी खोल के पढ़ने नहीं वाले सर. खुद का जब नोट्स बनाते हैं ना, वो जब मेहनत लगता है ना नोट्स बनाने में, वो ना पढ़ते ही है, इतना मेहनत किया है ना वो नोट्स बनाने में. सो it's that thing, that live lectures, that interaction which we have with teachers, right? And the way they interact with us, then वो शाबाशी जो मिलता है ना sir from the gurus, right. It's a complete dopamine kick for me. So right. That is what it is.
Right. So Darshan, एक जो मतलब दुख का बात है, a sad thing is that only 10% students could pass the exam this year in this particular examination. So there are many, 90% of them could not. So many of them are disheartened, they are sad, they don't know what to do next. So some words of encouragement from you who could do it this time, and not only words of encouragement but also words of advice. You have given certain advices, but say today a student who got 135 marks, what would you advise him?
So it's more than coming it from me. You all had a live lecture about it. I mean, a live session about it in the YouTube. The thing what you all said, I completely agree with it, because जब आप first attempt में, if you're crossing like that 130 का the benchmark, you can easily cross the exam. Just that it's sometimes luck is a factor, right? It may be sometimes आपके साथ दे सकता है, नहीं दे सकता है. But the thing is, exam is not everything, sir. Because me myself have been through a phase where I was at a point where जो मेरे को seat मिला था ना sir, I was an IMG in 2016 batch. And 3 months after the college, after my university, we went on a vacation, we come back and we see that the whole college is shut down. So at that point, ऐसा लग गया ना कि दुनिया खत्म है मेरा. At that point. And the worst thing is, you need to face your parents, right? कि कैसे बताएं उनको कि मेरे college बंद हो गया and हम रास्ते पे अभी. At that point, I thought it's the end of the world. And you never know that कि अब जो हो रहा है ना आपके साथ, how it may turn out to be in your future. Correct. If that hadn't happened, if my college wasn't shut down, the Indian Medical College, if it wasn't shut down, I wouldn't go to Georgia and I wouldn't be sitting in front of you today. See how it turned out to me beautifully. Correct. So that's the thing, you never know what is going to happen. You just need to think that everything happens for the best.
Right. And it's just one of the stop in a long journey. Even for you, exactly. You got a great score today, you are very happy, but it's just a stop. अभी अपने को नीट पीजी का तैयारी करना है, प्रोबेबली एक साल
Exactly.
बाद इंटरव्यू करेंगे आपको, यू माइट हैव गॉटन अ ग्रेट रैंक, आई होप यू गेट अ ग्रेट रैंक, राइट? सो इट्स अ जर्नी, और स्टम्बल्स तो आएंगे ही आएंगे, मतलब ऐसा एक सिंगल डॉक्टर नहीं है हु हैड एवरीथिंग वेरी स्मूथ. There were times when you get bad marks, there were times when you don't get selected, from rank 1 till the last rank कुछ ना कुछ ऊपर नीचे होता रहता है. तो बहुत अच्छी बात है कि इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ द जर्नी, चलते रहना है ना, कीप वॉकिंग, कीप.
Definitely, sir. It's not a full stop. It's just a comma.
राइट.
It's, because when we had a call earlier, I told you, because ये होता ही है ना, I've seen it with all my seniors, many seniors, FMG clear हो गया तो खत्म, अभी बैठ जाएंगे मस्त. ऐसा नहीं है, sir. I told you that first sentence of mine, that FMG is just a pathway for me to go and clear that
करेक्ट,
DPG.
करेक्ट. और करना भी नहीं है,
तो
देखो बहुत थोड़ा सा एंजॉय
हाँ सर,
करना है. एंड आई वांट टू सी यू बैक इन द क्लासेस, लाइव लेक्चर्स में. मैं ढूंढूंगा
definitely, sir,
दर्शन कहाँ पे
definitely,
है ना?
definitely. Within a week, you'll see me back.
So wonderful, wonderful, Darshan. So I think it was very, it was very informative interview where we could
Yeah.
give your juniors clear-cut suggestions that focus on PYQs, but we have to go beyond PYQs, do conceptual things, build up your concepts, and if you are struggling with the live, with the recorded videos, come to the live lectures. They are definitely a game changer. They have been a game changer for many students. And as someone who was a part of that meeting when we came out with the mission program, I feel very happy to see that जो हमने कोशिश किया था वो finally हो पा रहा है. Great, Darshan. So it's very heartening for me to listen to your story. Any last thing that you want to share with your juniors?
One last thing is that never stop.
हाँ.
रुकना नहीं है sir. There is this one small video, I guess, Guga sir or Sparsh, I'm not sure, it's with Sparsh Gupta sir. They say, you crawl, you run, आप कुछ भी करो, बस रुकना नहीं. It's never the end. You just have to keep on going. You need to keep on hammering. It's meant for you. If it wasn't meant, you wouldn't be here at this moment.
Very nice.
So whatever it is, at the end of the day, there's only one thing that is going to pay off, that is hard work. Correct. Utter hard work.
Correct. Very
because well. Our Vivek Jain sir says, if any day, anytime, hard work beats everything. Correct. So let's keep on to it and let's work hard. And I'll see you soon in the live lectures. And definitely you'll hear from me very soon with the NEET PG results, sir. I'm very pretty confident of it.
Looking forward to it, dear. Looking forward to it.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you, Darshan. Thank you, Dr. Darshan, for joining us and giving very, very pertinent advices to your juniors. It's your day. Have fun, enjoy. And if you're in Delhi, please come and say hi to us. Right?
Definitely, sir. I need to meet my other family. Mera jo bhai log hai na, I really want to take few names, sir. I mean, with your permission.
Please.
Because, that I have two families. One is my Indian family and one is my Georgian family. My Indian family, my mom, dad, my sister Deepika, and my brother Rutraj, and my Georgian family, we were 5 of them. And jo 6 saal rahe na, if not anything, I've got 6 brothers in Georgia when I came back. My friend, maybe Mayank, maybe Jaideep, Rakesh, Shahab, Parth.
So I love you. I want full names. Mayank, pura naam batao, Mayank.
Mayank, Dr. Mayank Kamani, he's right now, he has cleared his USMLE step 2, he's in Chicago.
Very nice.
And Dr. Rakesh Lamba, Dr. Jaideep Vadoderia, both of them cleared FMG with wonderful marks. Very Dr. Nice. Shahab is from Dubai right now. And Dr. Parth. Dr. Parth also has wonderfully cleared his FMG this time. So all of us, all 6 of us have.
And that is also an important lesson to be learned, Dr. Darshan, that, if you are in a group where everybody is studying, you complement each other, you push each other, and, everybody starts performing well. So exactly, this is one thing I always tell to students, whether you are FMG, IMG, private college, government college, that, see, entering college is one thing, but then the group that you choose is what is going to define you for the next 4 or 5 years. And it's going to have a huge impact on what you do in the entrance examination. So, and adding to that, what you said, that FMGs are not second to anyone, right? They're as good as Indian students. And the same applies to private medical college students. They're as good as the government medical college students. On that particular day of exam, something happens and one goes to a bigger college, one goes to a smaller college, but that does not define you, right? And life gives you more chances. Life keeps on giving you chances. So great, Darshan. It was really nice talking to you, man. And see you in the class.
Wonderful talking to you, sir. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.